I am Dr. Feba Joseph, scientist in Agronomy and Soils Division, RRIA. Climate change has a negative effect on growth and yield of rubber, just like any other crop. To overcome the effect of climate change, timely adoption of appropriate management practices are very important. So, we have to complete all the operations on time. Here I am briefing on some of the most important agro management practices to be followed in rubber plantations. Let's take a look at how we can dig a pit manually. Here we have marked the planting point with a peg. Now we are going to dig a pit of size 75 cm cube. While digging the pit, the topsoil should be placed on one side and subsoil on the other side. Filling of the pit should be done first with the topsoil, followed by subsoil after removing the stones and roots. After filling each pit, the top 20 cm of soil should be mixed with 12 kg of compost or well-rotten farmyard manure and 200 grams of rock phosphate. When small pits are taken, the manure should be applied around plant basing, leaving 15 cm from the plant. The recommendations are same for root drainer plant and polybag plants. Coming to the planting operations. Planting should be done when the weather conditions are ideal with sufficient rains and soil moisture. A small planting hole slightly bigger than the size of the polybag is made at the planting point. The bottom of the bag is completely cut and then the bag along with the plant is inserted into the planting hole. A vertical cut is made at the bottom of the plastic bag without damaging the roots. Then the cut is continued as the space around the bag is gradually filled with a cylinder of the soil without being broken at the time of this operation. When the hole is thus partially filled, the bag is slit along its full length and carefully removed. The gap around the upper part of the soil core is also filled with soil and the soil around the plants is finely packed without causing any damage to the plant. In the case of root drainer plants, just before transplanting the root drainer plants to the field, the root plug is separated from the container by keeping the plant upside down and gently tapping the rim of the cup against a hard surface. A planting hole is made in the refilled pit by pressing the empty container itself and the root plug is inserted into it. After planting the root plug with the plant in the center of the pit, the soil is pressed firmly around. In the case of polybag plants and root drainer plants, the scion of the butter plants should be directed towards northeast to minimize the adverse effect of direct sunlight on the bud patch. The bud patch should be just above the ground level. If considerable part of the stalk below the union is left above the ground level, it may increase the effect of elephant foot seen in butter trees. If kept below the soil, the union is likely to be infected by soil organisms. Since most of the rubber plantations are located on sloping land, utmost care should be taken to conserve soil and moisture. Terracing, contour bunding, construction of silt pits and biological bunds are some of the major soil and conservation measures adopted in rubber plantations. Depending on the slope of the land, that is, if the slope percentage is less than 20%, we can take 150 to 250 numbers of silt pits per hectare. The size of the silt pit is 120 cm in length, 45 cm in width and 75 cm in depth. These pits are taken along the contour between planting rows in such a way that the pits in the adjacent interrows are in a staggered manner. Maintenance and desilting should be done as needed. Mulching, shading, and whitewashing are the major summer protection measures adopted in rubber plantations by the farmers. The first one is mulching. The soil around the plant should be mulched properly with the cessation of monsoon. It conserves soil moisture, maintains soil temperature, and prevents weed growth. It should be done using dried plant materials or plastic or polypropylene woven fabric. Life-saving irrigation. If possible, provide life-saving irrigation in the first year to reduce casualty. Coming to whitewashing. From the second year onwards, the brown portion of main stem should be whitewashed using lime or china clay to prevent the sun scorch till the canopy develops partial shade. The concept of weed management in rubber plantation is to manage the rubber plants in such a way that they do not adversely affected by the weeds. Complete eradication of the weed is not envisaged. There are many advantages for retaining weeds in the interrows of rubber. It acts as a soil cover, conserves soil moisture, reduces soil heating, and also helps to increase soil pH. Weeds can be controlled by manually, mechanically, that means using weed cutter, and chemically, that is by using herbicides as per recommended dose and frequencies in rotation. Next is the cover crop establishment. Cover crops are established in rubber plantations to improve soil quality and fertility, control weeds, and to reduce erosion. These are fast-growing leguminous creepers with nitrogen fixing capacity. Furaria fascioides, Mucuna bracteata, Calopogonium mucunoides, Calopogonium ceruleum, Centrosema pubescens are the major cover crops. For better results, it is preferable to raise them immediately after clearing the area for new planting and 1 year ahead of replanting or after felling the old stand of rubber for replanting. Intercropping. During the initial 3 to 4 years, adequate space and light are available within the rubber plantations for cultivating various crops. After this period, light availability decreases and only shade-tolerant crops can be cultivated. Short-term crops such as banana, pineapple, vegetables, ginger and turmeric, tuber crops, and long-term crops like ornamental plants, medicinal plants, cocoa and coffee are some of the major intercrops commonly grown in rubber plantations. To enhance the economic stability and sustainability of rubber plantations, other viable activities such as beekeeping, pisciculture or fish farming, cattle, goat, and poultry farming can also be integrated.
I am Dr. Ambili KK, scientist of Rubber Research Institute of India. We are dealing with the fertilizer recommendation, soil leaf testing, and other research work on soil nutrition and plant nutrition, etc. There is general fertilizer application in mature tapping trees is by the broadcasting method between 4 trees along with spreading the fertilizer in all over the plantation. In slope lands, fertilizer should be applied between 2 trees and all over the field also. The NPK fertilizer quantity is 65 kg urea, 110 kg rock phosphate and 50 kg muriate of potash per hectare of rubber plantation, that is for about 400 trees. Fertilizer mixing is by placing the individual fertilizers as urea, rock phosphate and potash and mix together and broadcast into the field. The other method is discriminatory fertilizer recommendation. This is the most accurate and correct method. DFR is based on soil and leaf testing values or individually soil or leaf collection from each farmer's or large estate plantation. The nutrient status, the quantity of fertilizers can be increased or decreased based on the need of the plant, yield and disease status of the plantation. Soil and leaf testing is required. For taking the soil sample from 0 to 30 centimeter, we have to remove the dry leaves from the level of the soil and above the pitch, and then we have to take the samples along one side with the thickness of 1 inch from the top to up to 30 centimeter depth, and taken the sample into a large sheet of paper, and then 5 to 6 locations we have to select inside the plantation, and then from all these places, the 0 to 30 centimeter, and place it in a big plastic sheet. And after this is mixed well together. This process is for representing the soil in all the plantation. This is a big quantity. Then for the laboratory purpose, we need only 500 gram of soil. To get this 500 gram of soil, we have to divide the sample into 4 quadrants. That the process is called quaterning soil into 4 quadrants, and opposite quadrant we have to remove, and the left 2 portions we have again mixed together, and similar repeating this process up to the samples is getting the 500 gram of sample. Then we have to put the label in that and bring to the laboratory for analysis. For the second 30 to 60 centimeter soil also, we have to take from the 30 centimeter to 60 centimeter depth, and this sample also prepared in the same manner of this top soil, that is 0 to 30 centimeter soil, and that also taken in separately taken and then brought to the laboratory with the other necessary labels inside the sample. How much is the nutrients in the tree of the plantation, and then for this we have to select about 10 trees in around the plantation to represent the whole plantation, and after that we have to take the samples. We require only the leaves in the shade, that is in the lower branch, so we have to taken the lower branches leaf samples, and from this we have to remove each leaflet. We require 120 leaflets. For this, select the 10 trees in around the plantation, and from all these trees leaflets is removed, and these leaflets is wrapped in a sheet of paper, and put the label in the leaf samples and bringing to the laboratory for analysis. One thing we have to remember is, don't take samples from the diseased trees, and also the sample should be given in the laboratory in the same day when it is collected, and then it can be sent to the laboratory for analysis.